Hello and welcome. My name is Lucy Cooper from coopshoops.net and I'm here today with a very quick tutorial for you beginner hoopers out there, and particularly for the beginner hoopers who have been inspired by the fabulous Avi Cooper, my mum, over in Weymouth in Dorset, who's been going out and showing everyone just how buff her core is, if that's actually a sentence. Yeah, my mum is doing an amazing job spreading the hoop love over there in Weymouth. So this is for friends of my mum and for friends of hoopers everywhere, okay? Now, the first thing I want you to do before you pick up your hoop is just make sure, check in with yourself that you're fit and well. If you have trouble with exercise in general, you've got an injury, or you have heart problems, for example, just make sure you check it out with your health practitioner or your doctor before you start hooping or any type of exercise, okay? We want to keep this safe and we want to keep it fun. The next thing you're going to do is get yourself a decent hoop. Now, lots of adults I meet, they say, oh, I can't hoop. And I say, what are you hooping with? And they say, I'm hooping with my kid's hoop. Ah, that's where you're going wrong. You need a decent adult size hoop. You're an adult. We're no longer like only 2 foot from the ground anymore. We're a bit bigger than that, and we need a bigger hoop. So this is a wonderful Exahoop from exahoop.co.nz. They're made here in New Zealand. For you guys over in the UK, I know my mum has been raving on about flamesandgames.co.uk, so flamesandgames.co.uk, and check out their adult weighted hula hoops. You don't want anything too heavy. I think this is about 98 centimetres across and it weighs about 400 grams. Any heavier, you could end up with a bit of bruising. Any lighter, and you might struggle a little bit with the technique as you're getting to grips with this hooping thing. So make sure it's nice and big. A good adult hula hoop on a good adult, or a naughty one, comes to about your belly button, okay? So that's what we're aiming for. And once you get the technique, you can go down to smaller sizes. But look, let's give ourselves a fighting chance, shall we? Okay, so we're going to pick up a hoop. We're going to get on inside. Now, it's really important to have excellent posture when you're hooping. A hoop loves a tall, lean, flowing, gorgeous body, okay? And you don't have to be lean. You just have to feel that kind of sense of lean, sense of being tall, being straight, shoulders back and down, feet side to side or one in front of the other. And we are going to press that hoop against our lower to middle back, and we're really going to make a connection. You really need to make a connection with the hoop. You've got to give it a reason to go round you. There is no magic involved, people, I'm afraid, only the magic that you're going to create. Okay, so feet side to side or one in front of the other. Now I want you to just focus just for a moment on this core area. It's this that's going to push the hoop around when you're waist hooping. So you're going to give the hoop a really good flat spin. You're going to have your hands just a little bit in front of your waist, holding and pressing that hoop in the lower part of your back. You're going to give it a good flat spin. So we're not going up here, we're not pushing it down here, we're going to give it a good flat spin. Now you'll have an automatic favourite direction, don't stress about it too much. So you're just going to push it in the way that feels natural to you, don't overthink this. Okay, so we're going to give it a good flat spin, and we're going to start pulsing from our core, from our belly button. Now I was teaching some kids today and I said, imagine you've got a laser gun in your belly button and you're shooting the person in front of you with your laser gun. I know, you have to get quite violent with children. So I want you to imagine the same. Just because we're a little bit older than 12 doesn't mean we can't imagine we've got laser guns in our belly. So you are going to push, push, push with that core, with that amazing core. Now I'm just going to do that from the side. It's a push, 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 push. Great stuff. You feeling it? Okay. Push, 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 push. And that's all there is to it. If only that was true. Well, it is kind of all there is to it. I think what will improve over time is your strength. Now, as you increase in strength, you will increase the amount of times that you can get that hoop to go round. Now, if you are struggling, if the hoop is just falling down, and it does, for some people it comes naturally, for other people we have to just work at it. I was one of those people. Again, imagine that push. You're pulsing. It's a pulse or a push. Now you can see I'm just kind of slightly accentuating that with my arms to kind of get that sense of pushing into the hoop. Push, push, push. Now keep your legs soft at the knees. You don't want to feel rigid. And we're not kind of doing a Mr. Whippy, because look, the hoop just wants to fall down. It's short, sharp pulses. Now with hooping, it is a lot about timing, so you might not have the timing right now, but it will come. I want you to keep practicing this. If the hoop starts to fall down, whoa, whoa, give it a bit of a kick and a push, 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 push. So the hoop will not go round on its own. You have to give it a reason, okay? Now, I want us to practice also staying away from T-Rex arms, okay? It's just really good practice to not do this. It don't look the nav. I know we all do it, okay? So just take the time, once you've got the technique in your belly and you've got that timing, just relax your arms. Feel relaxed, feel long, feel tall, shoulders back and down. You start to go over, up, nothing for your hoop to go around, okay? So just a few tips there on how to keep that hoop going round. Now what I'd like you also to do is, once you've got it going round that direction, your favourite direction or your favourite current, a few goes, go in your non-favourite current. Now you wouldn't believe how unusual it feels to hoop in your non-favourite current until you kind of practice and practice and practice. It starts to feel a bit natural, or a bit more natural. So it's the same technique. You're pulsing from the belly, soft knees, nice and tall, pushing that hoop around. Hooping in both our currents, our favourite and our not so favourite, is really helpful, not only for building an equal sense of strength throughout your body, but also for making you more able to kind of dance and play with your hoop in a way that isn't hampered by the fact that you can only do it in one direction. I hope this has been useful. Check out my website, coopshoops.net. Come and like me on Facebook. I'm loving my Facebook page at the moment. You can find me on Coops Hoops Group, okay? Drop me an email, coopshoopsrevolution@gmail.com, if you've got any questions. And if you're living in England, head on right over to flamesandgames.co.uk and buy yourself an adult weighted hula hoop. Do it today. Do not delay.